Now, marketplace. There is a marketplace. And if you see customer-facing processes, how many of you people who are in business will understand this? You have marketing, you have sales, you have distribution, you have pricing and ordering, you have billing and collection, you have customer service, and all this is our customer-facing processes, which gives to the marketplace. And the market gives the requirement to the design, and the design they give to product development. And product development, once the product is approved, it gets into manufacturing. Then entire thing gets into supply chain and then goes into distribution. And there is also enterprise process such as planning, support functions, right? Like planning, financial, HR, training and development, IT. This is just an indicator. I try to put it. So there are significant opportunities for lean in each of these areas, which means that when we say enhance customer value, if you start thinking that the next process is customer, okay, because in lean thinking, the next process is a customer. And if you start thinking value from that perspective, then there are enough opportunities of applying lean in each and every one of these areas. So now there is normally, people call it as house of lean. The foundation for this lean is total employee involvement. Total employee involvement is absolutely important. Okay. In order to bring the total employee involvement, top management commitment towards this continuous improvement is required. Top management commitment. So, top management commitment, if it is there, they'll make sure that the employees are involved totally. There are some principles and practices you need to follow. It is not like ramming in or pushing in approach. It is involving them. Then there are gamut of tools like 5S. I call as preparing the pitch before you play. Preparing the pitch before you play. 5S, visual management systems and waste elimination come under this. Then ensure fitness before you fight. Because in any sports, and in sports, even if it is cricket, if it is football, if it is basketball, any sports, you need to prepare the pitch before you play. Similarly, in organizations, you need to prepare the workplace before you add value in the workplace. Okay, before you process the order for the customer, for the workplace. And ensuring fitness before we fight. Every sports player should go for training in ensuring fitness. And what I mean by ensure fitness before fight is people should be able to understand the process. People should be able to observe the process. People should be able to identify the challenges in the process. People should be able to suggest solutions for improvement for these problems or challenges. And people should be able to implement those. It is not that, I used to tell this Chinese proverb. In Chinese, there is a proverb: give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, and teach him fishing, you feed him for a lifetime. How many of you have heard about this proverb, Chinese proverb? Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but teach him fishing, you feed him for a lifetime. Okay, similarly, for your employees, you have to develop fitness that people should be able to understand the process, observe the process, identify the defects, and be able to either suggest or find the solutions themselves to overcome these defects. And that is what I call it as ensuring fitness before you fight. Fantastic. So in House of Lean, then you can keep on building. Once you prepare the pitch before you play and ensure fitness before you fight, then whatever you top it up to actually make it robust, like failure modes and effective analysis, design failure modes and effects analysis, total productive maintenance, robust designs, Kanbans, anything that you put, production smoothing, ultimately you need to reduce variation and eliminate waste. And reduce variation is through Six Sigma, and eliminating waste is through lean methodologies. And then you can give the best quality cost, because ultimately customer wants PQCD. He wants the right products, right quality, right cost, and timely delivery. Okay, PQCD. So if this house of lean is clear, and there are many representations of this house of lean, you can put all these tools here and there in the first staircase, the second staircase, third staircase, they can put interchangeably depending upon organizations. Don't worry about the order in which this is. But ultimately, what you have to understand is eliminating waste and reduce. Whether you bake bread in the kitchen or make automobile in the shop floor, process is a process everywhere. Whether you bake bread in the kitchen or make automobile in the shop floor or machines in the shop floor, process is a process everywhere. Excellence is all about identifying those activities which doesn't add value from the eyes of the customer and systematically eliminating those activities is the whole world of lean is about. Even in the value-adding activities, systematically reducing the variations is what the whole world of Six Sigma is about. Whether you eliminate waste or reduce variations, you have to involve people and do. And that is why the principles and practices of Kaizen comes into question. The 10 commandments of Kaizen that I teach in my masterclass. Don't attack people, attack process. Don't ask who has made a mistake. Ask why the mistake has happened. Don't preach from a book. Be the book yourself. Don't sit in the ivory tower with white collar and ask for reports. Play a supporting role, not a reporting role. Leaders should work alongside with workmen. Be a servant first, leader next. So if you felt these principles are powerful. So Lean, Six Sigma, and Kaizen are deadly combinations. You can borrow things from each and every. And what to improve is more important than how to improve. And that is why the theory of constraints comes into question, identification of bottlenecks. So theory of constraints, Lean, Six Sigma, Kaizen, all that is to ensure that you satisfy the customer, give them the right product, quality, cost, and delivery. And finally, the byproduct would be the GPS. GPS is not global positioning system, but growth, profits, and sustenance.